Oppa Gundam style. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Gundam show. It's time for Gundam. It's time for Wow, Cool Robot. I'm Max, and I use he, him pronouns.
I'm Morgan. I use they, them pronouns.
We haven't introduced ourselves yet, so if you've been following along to these 14 episodes without realizing who we are until now, kudos to you.
Yeah, good job. Well, it's good. Although this is my second to last episode, so...
For now, I'm sure you'll come back for another series or something.
No, I'll never come back. No,
okay, we're gonna fire you out into space.
No. Well, that would be the good way. That would be a good way to go. Very appropriate. God.
Hey.
I'm just feeling so many things right now.
We did it.
We did it. We finished the first series. We finished Mobile Suit Gundam 0079. It's a fucking good show.
This show is genuinely one of the best pieces of media I've ever seen.
Yes. Truly. I understand, you know?
Yeah, you get it. You watch it and you're like, oh, I get it.
I get why it's kind of lived for so long.
And it is absolutely baffling to me that this show was originally going to get canceled.
Right!
And then they did it, they pulled it off, and then the executives realized, it's good actually. Let's give them more money.
Yeah, and thank God they did, because there's
about 41 years of media property in total, so I think it worked out pretty well for them.
Yeah. So, you're going to be doing this podcast for at least 41 years, probably longer.
Well, no, I mean, okay, doing the math, I mean, probably if I were to do the equivalent amount of, 3 episodes a week and a movie per episode, something like that, I'll probably, just completely guessing, it's probably 4 or 5 years total. Maybe
that's
more.
Actually
maybe
not
more than that.
That's not the worst.
No, maybe more. I don't know. Math is not real. It's fake, actually. I've decided. It's my choice.
Aren't you good at math?
Yeah, I tutor calculus. What of it?
Never mind. You would know better if it was real or not then, I guess.
Exactly. I have the authority to speak on these matters. You want to talk about Gundam more?
God, I want to talk about Gundam.
Let's just get into it because we have 4 whole episodes to talk to this week. This is the finale. If you haven't seen every single episode of Gundam and you're still planning to, you should probably watch it now. If not, come join us. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, it fucking rules. So the first one we watched is episode 40, Lala's Dilemma. I wrote Hedgehog's Dilemma next to Lala's Dilemma, so...
You get yet another cool robot show. Makes you think.
Yeah, makes you think.
Yeah, it's okay. So we're starting out, right? Amuro's brain is way too big to fit inside Gundam anymore. They gotta modify it. They gotta make it harder, better, faster, stronger.
Yes, they have to put magnetic coating on it to make. They
gotta rub some magnets. How do they work?
How do they work? It supposedly makes Gundam work faster in the electromagnetic fields of space. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna smile and nod.
I assume it's all kind of hand wavy, silly science stuff, but I like it. Sounds
I'm sure
good
it works out fine for him. Yeah. During this scene, we see Bright's Bright has no idea what a new type is. He can't figure it out. He's like, do you think Amuro can see the future? It's do you think Amuro can bend a spoon with his brain?
Amuro is an Alakazam.
Hey, Big Zam.
Hey, Big Zam. A little late for that, huh? So when did Matilda say he might have psychic powers? Because I don't remember that. I'm sure it happened. I'm just a fucking dumb.
I want to say it happened the second time she hung out with them.
Okay.
Like the first time they meet, but the second time when she actually hangs out, and I think that's probably the same time she dies too. I think she recognizes something special in the boy.
Something special. Who could it be? No.
I'm thinking about it.
I like that Gundam also lampshades the fact that humans can't change themselves so conveniently to be
Yeah.
psychic. I was like, thank you, Gundam.
Thanks, Gundam. It's very polite of you to say that yourself, Gundam. You said it. The robot did.
The robot is speaking. I would not be surprised if the robot started speaking.
I'm
in
pretty
this
sure
show.
in the SD Gundam series, they're like the robots are just themselves and they talk.
Okay.
I think I like watched a couple episodes on like Cartoon Network Toonami when I was a kid, so it's a little hazy. Yeah. So we cut over to Zeon after this. We see Kaecilia's face. She looks cool. I like her.
I feel like we've seen her face before.
Her full face without the mask? I don't think so. If we have, I didn't pay attention to it. So this is the first time I, Max, am seeing Kaecilia's face.
Well, maybe one of our, like, people, maybe someone else remembers.
One of our eagle-eyed listeners.
Yes.
She learns that Shalia Bull's dead. Rip in peace. Pour one out for a real one.
Pour one out for someone who showed up for one episode.
Bull's up for one pretty good episode. He made quite an impact. She also learns that Giren's plan is to hang out at A Baoa Qu, and he's going to use the solar system. But it's like a beam for Zeon. It's not like just like the regular mirrors, but it's the mirrors focused into a laser beam. So, but I guess Zeon's going to do the same thing the Federation does because it worked out so well for the Federation the first time. That sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it actually did, though.
Yeah, no, it did work out really well.
It's called the solar ray.
What if it was called the Amuro Ray?
What if it was called the Amuro ray? And it just shot out little Amuros.
It goes, Sha! 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 I love the way he yells Char. And then she like sort of has this little aside. She has this little aside thinking about Char, and she's like, "That Char, always guessing." Like,
True.
She's thinking. She's hashtag thonking about Char, as am I, of course.
We are all thinking about Char.
We are all. And meanwhile, this is happening. We see Zeon like evacuating all 1.5 million citizens of the Mahal Cylinder Colony.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, that's a lot of people. They have to get out in like 4 days or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they does it.
Yeah, I guess. Because they have to use, oh, Jesus. They have to use the colony to put the mirrors on it or something.
Yeah, basically, they're going to, like, turn the colony into, like, the firing cannon, essentially. So they're like, all right, everybody out. We're going to turn the house into a gun. And it's, like, a very weird scene because we see this guy, this civilian, gets, like, butted by a soldier's gun for trying to cut the line because he's trying to find his granddaughter who's on a different shuttle. And he's like, well, she's going to Zeon, or the soldier, rather. The soldier says, she's going to Zeon territory, so you're going to find her eventually. And it's like, oh, the horrors of war, huh? I'm thinking about it.
Oh, refugees? I'm thinking about it.
Refugees, huh? Well, see ya.
Well,
So,
see ya.
do you want to talk about this Gira and Degwin scene, Morg?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The normal TV show.
This normal show about normal...
That was the loudest gizmo I've ever heard.
God. Degwin being like, dang, I am not thrilled about this whole, like, military takeover of, like, my thing that I put into place, my Zeon.
My sovereignty.
Oh, quick aside.
Eh.
I saw the beginning of the movie that came out, and they called it the Duchy of Zeon for some reason.
That doesn't sound right, because I don't think that Degwin's a duke.
I don't think so either.
But go off, I guess.
Anyway, back to this. So they sorry, it's just a lot that like Giren talking about we've reduced the human population. We will then maintain these numbers with just the superior races. You know, a normal thing to say.
A normal thing to say.
Okay, Nazi. It's the only way man can detain peace, I guess. Except, no.
Yeah, I think there's other ways to do it, my guy.
There's also like other people in the show that are like, actually, actually, we'll just create war even if it was just new types. That's Char talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can only be controlled by the zombie dictatorship, I guess. And yeah, they literally bring up Hitler. And
God,
they
this
call it
line.
so first of all, they call it the Middle Ages in the dub.
Oh.
They call it the Middle Ages because Degwin's like, "Have you heard of a guy named Hitler?" And yeah, Giren's like, "That guy from the Middle Ages, Hitler, a dictator, was completely out of touch with the rest of the world. You seem to be following in Hitler's footsteps, son."
Giren or Dagwin's like, hey, hello, Giren, my darling baby boy. I love you so much. Did you know you're being a real Hitler right now? What? This is a robot show.
Real Nazi right now.
It's just like, yeah, he is. I didn't expect him to just say it.
Like, yes, it's very like there's a lot of like Reich imagery.
Oh, there sure is.
In Zeon, and we've seen it, and we continue to see it till the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But to say it outright, I'm like kind of glad because it's like I want them to be like, hey, yeah, this is supposed to be a parallel to that, but yeah, not a parallel, but like a smack in your face.
Yeah, it's like Giren's like, well, if I'm gonna follow Hitler, that's okay. I'm still gonna follow my plans. And Dagwin like sort of thinks to himself. By the way, Dagwin like signs off on his plans, even though he's saying he's being a Hitler, which is like, cool, Dagwin, whatever. That's you do you, I guess. But he's like, even Hitler was defeated.
That's the thing about like historical things, right? Like sometimes if things are too long in the past, as it would be for them, sometimes it's hard to conceptualize like how much that is probably also, yeah, history is
at times a flat circle.
Yeah. And yeah, so he will do it, but it's good. It's not good at all, actually. And Giren talks about how like the Federation being a democracy will only promote weakness, people will only end up destroying each other. I was like, okay. Glad you.
Yeah. Good talk.
Thanks, Fashy boy. And then at this moment, I paused to watch a Pokemon battle. So.
Was it mine?
Yeah, it was yours.
I don't know how I won. My brain stopped working, and I just kept on clicking close combat until I won somehow.
All right.
Anyway, that's for the Pokemon crowds here. So yeah, Giren's Hitler. That's fine. We're gonna move past it. We cut to Char's ship. They find like a Federation combat unit. Lala battle. Lala goes out in the Elmith with some Rick Doms. The Rick Doms are being real bastards right now because they're like, well, Lala's so powerful with her big fat brain, and she's in the Elmith, so we shouldn't be providing her cover. She should be providing us cover.
And I was like, she's been battling for like a few days maybe. How old is she?
I am gonna guess like late teens.
Okay.
But one of the Rick Dom soldiers in this scene is named Buttsham.
I don't remember that.
His name is Butt Sham, or perhaps Butts Ham.
Maybe it was Buttchamp, and what if PogChamp was Buttchamp?
Buttchamp. What if the butt was making the face of the Pog?
I'm
thinking about it. Okay. So anyway, Char deploys his Gelgoog. He's like, all right, these goons are not doing a good job, so I'm gonna help her out. And she's like blasting the ship, and then once Char is there, she's able to like, do the la la, and then use the little like bits and bobs and options on the Elmith to blast the ships to smithereens.
Yeah, Char because she needs to focus for this whole thing, but
exactly. And you can't look. I don't know about you, Morgan. I don't think I could focus pretty well if people were shooting at me.
Nope.
Who among us? No. Yeah. So after this, they blast a ship. The Federation's like, we're gonna do Operation Star 1, A New Hope, Episode 4, to beat Zeon once and for all. And they they're like deploying ships. White Base can't depart yet because they still gotta finish up Gundam. And the Magnet Man, the doctor who rubbed the magnets all over Gundam, is talking to Amuro. And
he lubed up Gundam.
Oh man, Gundam is just full of that, just covered in KNY jelly.
He's ready to go.
Ready to just dive in. But look, it's kind of crazy how this weird old man who we barely know is like more of a father figure to Gundam, or more of a father figure to Amuro because he's working on Gundam, but like telling Amuro like motivational messages, like the thing Amuro's real dad should have been doing the whole time.
Yeah, I don't like to think about this. Kid. His life is still a nightmare. Like episode 43.
Yeah.
Trauma. So
trauma, huh?
I like that when Bright was like, finish eating now, there were just some like boys eating lunch on the ceiling.
Yeah, I love that more and more people just start floating around inside like spaceships as the series goes on. They just wanted to have fun drawing them, I think.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. We get a scene where Char is shooing out the Zeon pilots for chickening out in battle for not protecting Lala. And they're like, sorry, boss, we were just astounded by Lala's new type powers in combat. We just couldn't keep up. And yeah, it's like a short scene, but then we get the scene you're talking about.
Amuro is testing out Gundam, and he's like, the fast movements are great, but they're putting strain on the parts. Sayla is talking to him about this, and like, she just like mentions like, oh, well, it has to keep up with you being a new type. And he says that I'm an old-fashioned type.
It's like, Amuro, that's a lame joke, buddy.
He says he's an old type in the dub, but he says old-fashioned type, which I like so much more. But Sayla is just like, well, you are sentimental and pretty conservative, and like, Amuro's like, I don't feel flattered by this. This is not a compliment anymore.
In the sub, she says he's sentimental and not at all far out. And he's like, that's not very flattering, Miss Sayla. It's a very cute scene. I like it a lot.
It's very cute.
We get a short scene again of Kycelia telling Lala to get a real suit on because she's just wearing her dress. And we cut back to White Base.
Her suit, her dress, an eyesore. So rude.
Yeah, well, whatever. She's Cobra Commander. I'm allowing it.
Whatever.
We cut back to White Base. Bright is like starting to believe that new types exist after seeing Amuro zip-zoom around in Gundam.
Guess who else is believing new types exist? Guess who else is, after he chewed out his the Dom pilots, he was like,
Perhaps.
The time seems right for the formation of a new type combat force.
A new
Char
type.
Char is changed his tone. And Bright believes they exist too. And it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Everyone is believing in the new types that believe in them.
That's another good mech show.
Let me just bring in all the mech shows.
Yeah. For her coming out with a big cake. Battle time, boom boom, la la la. Actually, but we get music in this battle, and the music is just yelling Char. Is this Char's battle theme? It rips. I'm
so bummed, dude, because
you don't get it in the dub.
They take the lyrics out of the dub.
What's the point then? I
know. It's still good music. It still sounds good, and it's actually, I was comparing the two because I wanted to hear the lyrics and stuff. And it's clearer in the dub because it's cleaned up a lot. But yeah, they don't say like Char, Char, Char. I'm like, damn it! I want Char to be cheered on in my show. Too.
You just have to do it yourself, the viewer at home.
Wait, I thought that was in the second episode for some reason.
No, it's in the first.
Maybe they're in both.
We don't get the Char music again later on.
Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. Ignore me. I'm sorry. I think I'm just scrambled a lot because I feel a lot of emotions after these episodes. I'm sorry.
It's a good show. You're valid. I forgive you. So yeah, it's Amuro versus Char and Lala. Music is yelling. Char is like getting freaked out again because Gundam's fighting so good. Lala is like, providing cover for Char, interfering. Amuro blows the Gelku's arm off, kicks Char's head. He's like, creates this weird psychic new type interference to push Lala away. But like they both retreat. Char's fine. Lala's like, "Are you gonna die?" And he's like, "I just lost an arm in the robot. I'm fine. It's not gonna blow up or anything." And it doesn't. And Lala's like, "My head feels heavy, as if something is pressing down on it." And I think it's just Amuro's big brain.
Amuro's big brain is just bashing her brain.
Yeah. And Amuro, or Lala, DMs Amuro inside his mind, saying that he's a bad person for bullying Char like this.
Yes.
You're being mean to my boyfriend.
She keeps calling him a bad person. It's very funny. Oh. And yeah, they flee. Lala essentially gets like a reward or something for killing 4.
Yeah, Kycilia is like, "Okay, you're fine now, I guess.
You're good. You killed 4 ships. Good job."
You killed countless people. I'm so proud of you. Here's a medal. And then it ends with like Char thinking like, maybe Amuro's giving her these weird headaches. Huh.
And he's right.
He's right. Episode 41, A Cosmic Glow.
God, what an episode. I got some spoilers from the next time on. So
that's why I don't watch the next time on. I just go in blind.
I know, I was like some of it I was like kind of glad I was a little prepared for, but
yeah. So
anyway.
this one starts out, Daegwon says, "Okay, Zeon Federation, I'm about to head out. See ya." And he just leaves to defuse a situation. But before he does that, though, this scene is so funny. He's Skyping Giren in real life, not in the mind, in real life. But, like, a picture of Garma is, like, overlaid on the little screen he's talking to him with. I don't know if Daegwon's imagining Giren to be a better son, because Giren's the fail son and Garma's the good son.
Garma's the good son. Garma would let Daegwon have peace, whereas Giren would not.
And Giren's like, "I'm Hitler too, I'm gonna blow them up, goodbye." And then after he hangs up, Daegwon's like, "Giren can't win, Garma?" It's like, he just talks to Garma, it's fine.
It's fine. He's an old man, leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Giren wants to use the solar ray system, like, right now. Like, right fucking now. Like, as soon as possible.
Yeah. It's full of experimental parts, though, so you may fire it once. Donkey Kong voice.
And then, Giren also sees his dad, like, leaving, and he's like, "You fuck.
Bye, old man.
Do shit. Bye, forever. Actually, forever."
And then we get a pretty cool scene.
And then we get a conversation between Char and Kycilia. Kycilia asks Char point blank, what exactly changed your mind about taking revenge on the Zabi family?
She just comes out and says it.
Kycilia been knew.
She knew.
She knew. And she's just like, "Captain Casval, I happened to have played with you when you were 4, you little twerp, you little booger man, you little fuck.
You snot-nosed kid.
Baby, you little baby boy, baby man, baby man." Char knew this was gonna happen. He could feel it in his bones. But his hand is still, like, shaking. He's like, "I don't want to talk about this.
I'm still scared.
I don't want to talk about this. Please don't kill me." Kycilia's like, "Yeah, I also feel kind of like I didn't want to bring it up to you, but I also kind of needed to let you know that I knew."
Yeah.
Because I know everything. But yeah, she, like, looked him up on Google, found out that
she found his LinkedIn profile.
Found out his LinkedIn profile that said he wanted to kill the Zabi family.
It said Char Aznable, formerly Caswell Rem Daikun.
Yeah. And she had to check because I guess Lala being put at that institute that they keep talking about.
Flanagan's Institute for Extraordinary Children.
Yes. It seemed like clairvoyant. She literally says clairvoyant.
Yeah, nobody but a big brain Zeon could do something like that.
And she like puts together kind of like for Char like why he stopped doing it, and it's because Lala, like, helped him realize new types were real and true and are friends, and,
Well, not his friends, his
not
enemies.
his friends. His enemies except Lala. Lala's fine.
And Lala will be fine.
Yep.
Yep. And Kaecilia's like, okay, whatever, we'll deal with this later. Can we kill the Federation first? And he says, yes, ma'am. And then they just leave.
Yeah, they're like, nothing will change between us for now.
It's like the opposite. It's the opposite. You know what it is, Morg? It's the opposite of like the Bright and Salem moment, where Bright's like, nothing will change. We'll still treat you like a normal member of the crew. But in this is like Kaecilia's like, nothing will change for now. But then like afterwards, like, I'm gonna kick your ass, boy. It's like it's parallels.
Whereas like for Bright, it's like, yeah, nothing will change even after the war. Like, you're good. We're friends. We're good. Whereas like, yeah, Caecilia is going to rip him a new one after the war. But yeah, so I guess his focus shifted from revenge on the Zabi family to something bigger.
Kill the new types.
Yeah.
That's probably what it
Not
is.
Lala. Lala's good.
Not Lala. Lala's good. Lala's the only good new type. We cut to White Base. Bright literally says, Solid Snake voice, new types, huh?
He sure does.
That's just like the first thing he says. He's just thinking about him.
God. Yeah, but he's also like, okay, so new type, like, he's like putting together what new types are. He's like, they're not psychics, they're not espers, they're not whatever, but this specific enemy that we're fighting that goes la does have psychic powers for some reason. And Sayla's like, I guess.
Probably, dude, whatever.
What's the difference at this point? And yeah, they're like kind of like all baffled that they're like, how can we defeat someone that can predict our moves?
Yeah, and Amuro's just like, they're just like talking about Amuro in the same room. He's like, with the way we've been fighting, this whole White Base crew must be new types. And I'm like, you're partially right, as we find out. But
yeah.
one scene that I thought was really cute is a sort of parallel to how the Zeon always calls White Base Trojan Horse, because they don't know its name. It doesn't know it looks like that. They call the Elmeth the Tricorn Hat, because that's what it looks like. They don't know it's called the Elmeth. It's a cute touch. I like that. It's good.
I noticed that too. I was like, who's the Tricorn? Oh, it's Elmeth.
Yeah. I love that. I love the musical group LMFAO.
No.
Yes.
What if LMFAO was all new types?
Every day I'm Gundam and Char and Lala make out. That happens next.
You just have to say it outright, don't you? Yeah, I'm having a lot of emotions because I knew that was going to happen because of the next time on, but the fact that it was like after Lala like went up in ranks, like Lala is like now giving Char commands.
Yeah.
And then they kiss. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Something problematic power dynamics.
It just feels very weird.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that we'll have time for them to discuss this later on.
Even if, yeah, definitely. Even though, like, it's like, well, I guess Lala, like, she's also younger. I don't know.
It's weird. I don't want to think about it.
It's weird. I do like them as friends more than that, but, like, I get it. Y'all will see why. It makes sense to...
It makes sense.
Have this relationship, but it's also like, okay.
Yeah, Lala's like, okay, I'm your commander. Wear a normal suit for once in your life, you dingus.
And honestly, I agree with her.
Yeah, you need to be safe, Char. It'll probably protect you if you have to, like, be outside your robot for once.
Wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Battle time. Kapow, boom, bam, plow, pew, 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 pew.
It's fucking good as hell, also.
Okay, Amuro uses the Force. He does the thing Luke Skywalker did in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
He uses the midichlorians. I don't know any.
Oh, he activates the powerhouse of his cells, the mitochondrians. He literally closes his eyes and, like, visualizes the little options coming off of the Elmeth and, like, leads his shot to shoot them out of the sky because he's, like, having trouble using his eyes to do it. It's cool. He has new type powers. He has a big brain.
It's so cool, honestly. Like, she being Lala, like...
Yeah.
controlling, like he can feel her like psychic powers controlling them and stuff, and like find them, and it's cool. And then they start DMing each other again, and he's like, "Hey Lala, why you fighting?" And Lala's like, "Dang, dude, you're trying to hurt Char. Why would I not hurt you? You fucking brat, you meanie butt face."
Yeah, like, why do you have to appear now? You're not defending or protecting anyone. You don't have a family or a homeland. And it's like...
And I was like, "You're wrong."
What is white base, Lala?
Yeah! He has a white base. And they even, like, confirm it later, but also I'm like, he's protecting white base, what do you mean? White base is his found family. They're so important to him. Okay? And to me. They're important to me. Okay. Anyway, she's also like, "Amuro, why did you wait this long to appear in my life?" It's like, okay.
Yeah, this scene is weird as hell. Like, Char at like during this conversation, he shows up in the Gelgoog as he does, but like they're still talking, right? They're like this weird scene where it's like both of their bodies are there now, and they're like floating, like hovering towards each other, past each other, and this like it's destiny that they meet, it's fate, and like so if you couldn't figure it out, Char, Sayla, and Mirai all get the new type flash.
Yep, they sure do.
They're like, "Don't do it, Amuro!"
I'm very smart, and I did figure it out. And I started yelling when that was happening. Like,
that's me yelling.
I was like afraid my mom was gonna be like, "Are you okay?" Because I was like, "Oh my god, the zappy, Sayla and Char both get the zappy, and then Mirai does." But yeah, Char feels Lala, and then Mirai and Sayla feel Amuro, and they just feel him, and it's emotional. I'm like, emotional about the fact that the new types are connecting and they feel each other, and I wrote "I'm whipping and nay-naying" in my notes because I was feeling a lot of stuff.
Cringe-ass nay-nay child soldier.
God damn it.
And like Mirai and Sayla say, "Amuro, no," which is like, I didn't fully understand what was going on in the scene. I thought they were they gonna smooch, or maybe I think they realized that Amuro's gonna kill Lala, probably.
Yeah.
But like
they like got his intention. They were like, I didn't know what "don't do it" was. I was like, were they saying don't kill her? Were they saying don't get drawn into her? Don't get distracted? What were they like? I wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it was like don't kill her.
Well.
Well, yeah, it works out real well. And like, yeah, Char shows up. He interrupts this. Sayla knows that Char's out there now, so she flies out there, and it's Sayla
has to see Char in battle, and I'm like, "Sayla, your brother, he's there." And Lala's telling Char like not to chop up his own sister, because he's gonna like fucking try to, because she's the enemy, I guess.
Yeah, it's just
I'm emotionally compromised, Max.
They're fighting. They're zooming around. Sayla's here
now. The girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting. It's a really cool fight. Like at so one point, good. Amuro cuts off the other arm of the Gelgoog that he didn't cut off before. I mean, it got repaired, but like now Gelgoog has lost a left arm and then later lost a right arm. Yes. And like at one point, Chars like swings his. He has like a sick like double bladed like naginata sort of thing he's using. It's like Darth Maul's lightsaber kind of. He swings it at the cockpit of the G fighter. Sayla's
the fighter,
yeah, and then he like deflects it at the very last moment when he realizes like, oh, that's Artesia. Oops. Beans. Like.
But also there was like one time when he was doing it that like Amuro deflected it too, and it looked cool as hell. And
yeah. Yeah, and like at one point, Char tells Lala to like tells her to get Amuro's ass, and so in like the climax of this part, Moeag, is when Amuro goes for the killing blow on Char with his beam saber, and of course, dear Lala pushes him out of the way with the Elmeth, and something kind of weird happens, doesn't it, Moeag?
Yeah. So Lala gets stabbed through the cockpit area, and I'm feeling many things.
I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs.
But Lala is also saying to Amuro, like, people are changing, they're becoming like us. Do you know who she's talking about?
I
Mm-hmm.
have no earthly idea.
Do you know who she's talking about? Maybe Char? Maybe? Maybe Char? Who felt her in trouble and is feeling all this weird connecting stuff happening?
It's a lot.
Lala is dying and she says, I can see time itself. And I'm like, dude, this isn't even the end of the show, and I'm sad.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like becoming one with the universe, basically. It like turns into a music video almost, where it's like a solid like minute and a half of just like you see like this like landscape floating in space and Char and Lala like chasing each other in this like field, and it's like a laser light show. It's like 10 different Rush albums coming together at once.
God.
It's just like and she blows up in like a beautiful explosion with like these like really strange like geometric graphical effects going on. And
Yeah.
Amuro is like despondent. This is the saddest we've ever seen Amuro right now.
He's literally like, I've done something terrible. I'll never be able to take it back. And Char.
I understand what he's coming from. Like I see it from both sides, right? I see it like he's never had that deep of a connection with the person before, and then he has
Yeah.
to kill her. But also, Amuro has killed like several, probably thousands of people at this point.
Yeah.
It's like you don't really I get why you're really sad about this one particular death, but I don't think at this point you get to pick and choose which deaths you are sad about.
He's like kind of dissociated from the other deaths, I think,
The
though.
boy ain't right.
Well, later he pretends he's fine, so he's fine.
He's fine.
Char also like punches his like fucking
Yeah, Char is mad about this.
He's so mad, but he also pretends he's normal. He's fine. He's talking to Kycelia and he's fine. He's normal. He's fine. He's fine. It's fine. Everything's
It's fine.
fine. No one died. Nothing's fine. I mean, everything's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, Char. Yeah, just like tells Kycelia, like, yep, Lala's gone. We don't have a cool new type anymore, I guess. Kycelia's like, I think we do, actually. Actually, you.
So yeah. Kycelia is like, move out. We gotta move out of the solar system. They're gonna do the damn thing. Revel at this point like gets the news that Dagwin wants to do the peace treaty thing, and like Dagwin like sort of rides up to the window of Revel's ship. Giran is like, I'm firing my laser.
Come on, dude. Really?
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. I feel like a worse person for saying it, but I felt like I had to. If not then, then when?
You're so right.
Yeah, Zeon puts on their sunglasses. They fire the dang thing.
Sure do.
The light of hatred. Amuro feels it happening. He's like, don't move an inch forward. Look, we'll just go into the episode 42, Space Fortress A Baoa Qu Coup, because it's literally the same scene at the end of last episode as the same scene at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, it's because as like Amuro was saying that the light like zaps, shoots forward. It kills Revel, Sovereign Dagwin, Revel's like main forces. Also, like they're all obliterated. Like half of the Federation is obliterated. Like Federation forces are obliterated, or it's either half or a third. It's a lot. Like either way, it's a lot. White Base sees this happen. Like it's just goes past their like screens, their windows. I'm sorry, and they're like, oh my god. And like there's just all this chaos with like all the communication. They're like, okay, so like some of these ships are damaged but are okay, and some of them are dead, or some of them are there, and blah, blah, blah. And there's also this cut to Kycelia, who is like told that Dagwin's ship, the Great Dagwin,
I love that. That's so funny.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna get on my yacht, Max.
The Big Morgue. Oh, hey, Big Morgue.
Bigger morgue theory.
Bigger morgue theory. I just ride inside the bigger morgue instead of
you live. It's like you know the giant Eddie Murphy head.
Oh, God.
It's that, but it's your head.
That's so scary. I don't like it. I don't want my robot to look like me. I'm sorry. Maybe my first out, but not me. Anyways, so yeah, Caecilia is told that the ship was near the enemy, and Caecilia kind of like puts two and two together, like, I think he may have been also killed. She doesn't say it out loud, but she's thinking about it.
It's like Daegwin's ship that only Daegwin pilots, that he doesn't let anyone else pilot, was destroyed in the blast. So who could have been in the ship? We'll figure it out later.
I hate this whole, like, fucking rant thing Giran does.
Yeah, it's hey, if you didn't remember 2 episodes ago when Daegwin called Giran Hitler, he just does the whole thing again. He gives a cool fascist speech.
He's extremely fascist.
He talks about the superior race of Zeon, which can ensure that humanity survives and even thrives. And they do the whole thing where they raise their fists in the air chanting Sieg Zeon. It's normal. It's not commentary, I don't think. I think it's just like a cool war thing.
I was kind of bummed they changed it to Hail Zeon in the dub. I mean, it means the same thing, but I kind of wish they had kept it as Sig Zeon. I think that would have been cooler. Like, it would have, not cooler. That's not the right word.
I don't even think it needs that to hammer the point home, because at this point, even if it was just saying Hail, it's still like screaming into your ears. It's like, do you get it yet? It's like it's a good scene with like a billion asterisks because it's not good, but it's like it's a do you get it scene.
They're all fucking pumped, and it's so hard because it's like, yeah, they're in battle. This is also like the whole like rallying the troops, but it's like, oh, it's very fast. And I'm like, maybe war is bad. Anyway,
that sounds like bullshit to me.
Fucked up. They say the Earth is full of slow-witted people, and I hate to hear it. Anyway,
I mean, I can say that about myself personally.
Only
not about everyone on Earth.
Not about everyone.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, we cut to White Base. They're like, Federation's like scrambling because, they gotta get their force together and figure it out. Amuro's like, oh yeah, my new type powers are telling me that everything's gonna be A-okay. Bye!
Yeah. It's very funny.
But, yeah, he's faking it, but like as he sort of like walks out, we see Hayato and Frau Bo, huh?
Yeah, Hayato is like, yeah, I'll meet up with you guys in a second. Hayabo, and goes up to Frau Bo, and they start talking, and Kai is like, Hayato and Frau Bo.
Yeah, they're inseparable. And then, yeah, like, and Mirai and Sailor are in the elevator with Kai and Amuro, and they're like, yeah, Amuro's like, new type powers don't really do that. Like, I'm super scared right now.
I also like that Sailor is just like, Kai, you're a fucking perv, shut up. But anyway.
Yeah. Remember when we used to not like Kai?
Remember? Except I like him now. When did this happen to me? Anyways.
I think after he went through good character development, probably, is my guess.
I mean, I know when, but I'm also
but like when conceptually.
It's just like, Amuro, like, I wrote in my notes, like, Amuro is like a symbol. He's like a symbol for White Base, but also the Greater Federation. He's just like this small little guy that knows so much because he's a new type, so he had to lie and just... Okay.
Yep. It's fine. Giran is ordering his ships around. He's like, oh, it's kind of weird that Caecilia has less ships than she usually does, and it's probably because a lot of them got blown up by Amuro. Who knows?
Who knows? But
Caecilia...
also, she could be hiding them. Who knows? Because
she's
sus. She is sus.
She's a little sus.
They're both sus.
Yeah, so ooh, let's talk about the Zeong.
Yeah, it's weird because she pronounces it Gyeong in English.
That, it has a Z in front of it, Caecilia.
I know, it sure does. And I've heard, and other characters call it Zeong, so I'm not sure what she's saying. But she calls it Gyeong, and she's like, hey, Char,
Get in the robot.
ride this. Get in the robot. I know it's 80% done, but it's actually fine.
It doesn't have legs. It doesn't have big gams. It's the opposite of Big Zam, but it's probably fine. It has a Psychomu, which it's a Psychom. It's like a brain device that's like lets big brain new types work it like the Elmith does. You're probably a new type at this point, so you might be able to use it.
And Char's like, okay, I guess.
Whatever, bro. I'll do
I
it.
guess I'm a new type. I'll try.
Maybe. Impossible to say.
I mean, he doesn't sound nervous about it. I just can't do Char's, like,
Yeah.
calm voice.
Calm, cool, collective demeanor.
I'm sure he's, in his head, he's probably like, oh no. Like,
ah, damn.
If I was Char, I would be like, yes, right away, Kystelia. And then in my head, I'd be like, sorry.
Then we get the scene with Giran and Kystelia confronting each other, where like Giran's like, "Oh yeah, he probably died in my sunbeam," and Kystelia's like extremely red, mad, and nude about it.
Also,
she's calm, but she's mad.
Giran also says that she's obsessed with Char, which is funny.
I mean, we are all
obsessed with Char, so it's funny that he even has to say anything. But yeah. Because there's this thing about, like, needing to fight Gundam with another new type. Ugh. But, yeah. Kystelia, very mad. Red, mad, nude. Char is getting in the robot and is like, do you think this will work on me? And the engineer's like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
Possible to say. What happens next? So, yeah, Zeon's, like, destroying in battle. They're doing so good right now because like they're home field advantage and all that. The Federation's like a third of their forces have been wiped out.
Yeah.
Char is like a cute scene with this mechanic who's like, oh, you go get him, buddy. The Zeong is fine. It's basically at 100% power. We don't need legs where we're going. And it's like,
sorry, that's what I was talking about when he was like, well, this works.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was not being very clear, but yeah, he was like, yeah, this will work on you. It's fine.
This will work. And Char's like, I don't appreciate your honesty. And then like, so this apparently like a Federation fleet apparently shows up in the middle of the battle from somewhere else. I don't know if that was real or if Kystelia was trying to get Giran to like position his troops in bad positions for him to like get back at him. But yeah, she's like, oh, new Federation fleets. Yeah, I think it's Kystelia's trick, but because we don't see it either way. But I think she's just plotting.
She is thinking about it.
More battling.
And then Char comes out in the Zeon.
The Zeong.
And Amuro's like, dang, this dude's strong in this weird, legless ship.
The Zeong, okay, first of all, let's just talk about the Zeong, what it looks like. It's like a skirt, a torso, it looks like Silver Chariot from JoJo, the head, the way it's like a sort of like grill graded face with the, it has like the one eye that all the Zeon units have. It has like two, like sort of like arms connected by a wire to the torso. It's neat looking. I honestly think it looks cooler than it would if it had legs.
Yeah, I do too, actually. I think it looks rad without.
It reminds me of a Zelda boss.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with like the weird like antenna kind of on its head, the like zappy looking things. I feel like add that a lot.
It's cool. I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. It's in the new Gundam game that comes out on Friday.
Ooh, who pilots it then?
Char.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that because
comes out Thursday. Hot dog.
I feel like I think there must be several Chars in that game. Then
I feel like I'm pretty sure every Gundam villain is like a Char wannabe. 1,000 Chars, 100 Chars.
That's my new band name.
They're fighting.
Like, damn, a stronger new type than Char is in this thing, and then Char is in it. So
yeah, really. He got a Zenkai boost. He's getting stronger. So hey, you know what happens next, Morg?
You know what happens? So Kystelia goes up to her brother, goes up behind him, and is like, "Hey, bro, hey, you don't need to commit patricide, dear brother, dear admiral, or supreme commander." And yeah, I called it like 5 minutes before it happened, but she kills him. She just shoots him point blank in the back of the head.
She shoots him. Not only does she do that, but she's like, he died honorably in battle. And all the Zeon soldiers are in the control room, like, he died honorably in battle. You're the commander now. No, everyone's like, everyone's like, yeah, cool, this is fine. Why not? Oh, I love Caecilia so much.
I love her so much. She is a good villain. She's a great villain, honestly.
I love her Cobra Commander look.
She's so good. But also, she's, in control now.
Yeah.
So...
My A Baoa Qu Coup now. I made this.
And her brother's body is just floating around.
It's so funny. She's like, get rid of the body. It's like, it's a sick scene, but it's also kind of funny.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we get a little like thing where she's like, Amuro was like, wants to head into A Baoa Qu because he's like getting the new type. He's like, I know what I must do now. And Char is trying to find Amuro, but he's like sort of lost in the fighting. And Caecilia is sort of noticing that the Doms and the Gelgoogs aren't really fighting that well because like there's so many of them. And one of the Zeon guys like, they're all student pilots. And she's like, thinks to herself, oh, if only the Supreme Commander had taken notice of new types earlier so we can fully utilize them in combat.
Could we say that the Baoa Qu had a coup? Could we say that? Maybe?
The A Baoa Qu Coup. Pretty good for me.
Pretty good. So yeah, a lot of the student recruits are in the mobile suits. They're fully trained, but they're babies.
I wonder if they're also child soldiers. I bet they are.
I bet they are. Also, I like that later, Amuro, like, just after saying, oh, it's a better new type than Char, later is just like, oh, that's Char in the robot, actually.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, I'm fighting Char. I know it.
Yeah, and the end of the episode is like Amuro and Char fighting again, and Char is like really frustrated because he can't fully draw out the power of the Zeong. He's like, but surely I'm also a new type. So now he's like, fully admitted to it. He's like, okay, I gotta be a new type now. Come on, let me be one.
Let me do the cool shit, please. I'm cool too.
He is cool.
He's cool.
Morg.
The last episode.
What's the last episode called?
Escape.
Kind of an anticlimactic name, but I'll go with it.
Kind of a good ending, though.
Oh my god! All right, we got to just do it. It's a slow-mo shot. Everything is like colored red in like the middle of the fight between Amuro and Char. The Zeon can like shoot his hands off like cool rocket fists. I'm sure that no other Gundam will get to do that in like every single Gundam series from now on.
Okay, well, nothing to look forward to.
A lot of robots do. Nothing to look forward to. Char gets like he gets another new type flash. Where, like, the Federation is basically pushed to A Baoa Qu now. They're, like, on the doorstep, firing away. And we get, Amuro Skypes Char now!
Amuro Skypes Char! Amuro DMs Char! He's like, hey, why'd you get Lala involved, you monster? And then Char's like, fuck you, I'm angry. I mean, angry
he doesn't, Char, like, never, like, fully explains why. He's just like, new types. And then it starts to happen, Morg. Gundam loses his arm. Zeon loses both hands.
Everything is falling apart. Literally, Gundam
and figuratively
loses an arm, literally and figuratively. But like, okay, so first of all, we have to say this because it's very important. Okay.
Yes. Hit me.
Char puts on a spacesuit.
Char puts on his normal suit for the first time in his whole life. Lala's words finally got to him, and he's like, okay, I might as well be safe just this once. And let me tell you, he looks pretty cool in it.
I love how he looks in it, but also thank God, because he would have died. I mean, I think that's the point, but also, like, thank God. I like that it's kind of pinkish.
I was going to say, it's a very nice, it's like not quite salmon, it's a little bit more red than salmon, but like, it is a good look.
He looks good as hell. I mean, he always looks good as hell, but he's very handsome. I
like to see him.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. So Gundam's left arm is gone. Zeon, both of its hands are gone. So like, Amuro's chasing Char with the one-armed Gundam, and Zeong is just like a head and a torso.
He also begs Lala to show him how to fight. Char does.
It's. I love that they both try and like call Lala from beyond the grave.
They're like, please help me.
You're the only competent person in the whole show.
God.
But yeah, Whitebase loses stuff too, because like Whitebase's like side engine gets like blown off entirely, and it has to like basically land on A Baoa Qu, and Bright's like, real guns.
Yeah, it's like everyone arm themselves. Frau Bo, get a firearm.
Frau Bo, get a sidearm is a direct quote, and I read that and I'm like paused it, and I was like, you can't give these normal people guns. I don't want to see it. No.
Well, they're not normal people. They're all like employed by the Federation now. Like they all have titles.
But they're children.
For better or worse, they all have titles, dude.
Yeah. Ugh.
Anyway, God.
Oh,
Kystelia also owns Char and says he no longer lives up to the name of the Red Comet.
Yeah, so what happens is like Amuro blasts the Zeong's body away. Like the head, like only the head is left. So Char's flying away in this like Dr. Wily capsule head.
Yeah, because the cockpit's in the head, not the chest.
Yeah. The cockpit is stored in the head. And then Gundam loses its head.
Gundam loses its head. Rest in peace, Gundam. It's fucking. I mean, it's walking because Amuro's still in like the chest part, but he does not have a camera.
Yeah, well, no, he does. He has like a frontal camera.
Oh,
like,
you're
he can
right.
look outside the cockpit or whatever. But like, yeah, Gundam is like totally damaged. The Zeong is barely there. But like, they lose the Zeong signal. So Kystelia is like, the Red Comet has finally fallen. And then she like calls a commander over for Zeon. And he's like, okay. She tells him, I'm gonna leave. 15 minutes after I leave, you're gonna surrender, so I can like continue on the Zeon heritage, because like I'm the last living Zeon. And he's like, oh, whatever, sure, I guess, fine, you're the boss.
She's also like kind of the spirit of Zeon, so like if she fell, it would be. It's
a morale thing.
Yeah, there would be no use in continuing, essentially.
Yep.
Wink.
Wink.
Anyway, Amuro is like looking for Char more and is like, hey, Char, you motherfucker, you gotta know that the zombie have to be taken down. Right? You do know that, right?
He's like, why are you getting in the way, Char? And it's funny, it's like Amuro's goal is now to take down the zombies, but now Char's goal is no longer that. It's character development of some sort.
Also, I'm like, did Amuro know like the goal was to take down the zombies?
I think it was his new type brain that just told him to.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he like intercepted Char's brainwaves and like internalized that.
That's what I was thinking too, but
Maybe.
Yeah, because he was like eventually like, yeah, Char is not my enemy in this case. The zombie are.
Yeah.
And Char's like, no, I must kill all new types.
Yeah. So the scene that happens next is one like okay. Amuro gets out of Gundam. He's hanging out. He's in his normal suit. Gundam is like marching forward. He's like sort of controlling it remotely, I guess. It's just a Zeon head in this like really tall, like sort of like missile shaft tunnel, I guess. Mm-hmm. And one final time, Gundam reaches up with like the one-armed gun. It like shoots the Zeon head, and Zeon shoots down at Gundam. And this is what's called last shooting, I believe. This is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. It's like just one-armed headless robot. All it can do is just fire into the air. Like that's all. It's just like Gundam is over now. Gundam gets destroyed. Gundam gets shot. It like its leg like melts down. It like just crumples. It's like is Gundam.
Gundam is gone.
Goodbye, Gundam. I'm pouring 10 ones out. Not just one, but 10. I love you so much, and you are dead now. This is.
Well, I spilled something earlier. That was me pouring one out.
It was a preemptive honoring the dead. I am pressing F as hard as I can right now.
I am breaking my keyboard more in order to press F more.
You've lost the P key. You've now lost the F key.
Yep.
How can you order from PF Chang's online now?
I can't. I'm falling apart, and so is my robot. By robot, I mean Gundam. Computer.
The final standoff is Amuro and Char in normal suits. Ah!
They're just dudes in suits, and they're
The
fighting.
boys are fighting!
They're not just dudes in suits because they're important characters in suits, and they're
They're
face to face.
boys.
The boys are fighting. The boys are fighting.
Char says, I will kill you. Like, Char is so mad right now. Amuro shoots Char, like, with a gun.
Amuro shoots Char with a gun. Amuro stabs Char.
Okay, so what happens is, like, they're like in this like sort of like one of the fancy Zeon rooms that has like columns and like, you know, fancy architecture and furniture, and they like both just got rapiers for some reason.
It's so funny.
Okay, Sarah, don't at me. Tell me the correct kind of sword that they are. I don't. Whatever. They're rapiers. They're epées. They're foils. Whatever. It's a stabby sword. They're fencing each other now, and yes, Amuro does get stabbed. By the way,
Sayla comes across them fighting each other with.
Yeah, like at this point, Sayla had like gotten a new type flash. Is like, oh, Caswell's in here. Gotta go find him.
Yeah. And she also, like, sees that White Base is, like, in trouble, but also is like, gotta see my brother, okay, I'll be back, whatever, it's fine. And yeah, so they stab each other because, Amuro gets stabbed in the arm, and, Char gets stabbed in the forehead.
Well, like, okay, you say stab, but, like, he got poked. Like, his mask got cracked, and, like, he has, like, a bit of blood running down his nose, but, like, he didn't, like, you know, it didn't get his brain. He didn't get his fancy
I'm sorry. Brain. He's okay. He's alive. He got, like, just a little scratch on his forehead. It was protected by his mask and his, like, normal suit thing. And
we get it! Okay.
Ooh, it's, like, a lot to watch him.
It's a lot! We get like a new type vision after this happens, and like Amuro and Char are like face to face. Their masks are pressed up against each other. It probably means nothing.
Probably not.
It's probably nothing.
They're probably nothing. It's probably nothing. Yeah. Probably has nothing to do with anything.
It's a new type vision though. It's like Lala comes back. You know her voice. She's like, new types shouldn't be destroying each other. But, you know, they're just weapons of war to Char. But, like, you're also a new type, Char. You're also a weapon of war. Ha!
He kind of does think of himself as a weapon, though, to be fair. Like, at this point, I would think, kind of. Because his whole, like, goal was to, like, kill the zombie family before. Anyway, let's not read into that.
Yeah, that's right. It's probably nothing.
It's probably fine. He's probably, you know, they're probably not going to be, rivals forever into eternity. But, yeah. So they've... I think eventually, like, Sayla, like, yells out to them and is like, hey, stop fighting, except, like, more serious than that. You don't have to fight each other, you're both new types, no!
Yeah! And then Char's like, okay, we can stop fighting, but, like, you should just come to my side.
Yes! I was like, whoa!
Yeah, he's like, okay, if you want to... It's like, you want to make Lala happy, you want new types to work together, come to my side then. Do it, coward.
Yeah, and Sayla and Amuro are both, like, horrified. They're like,
yeah, it's like, no probably not, actually. I think no on this one, Char.
Because I think they're like, hey, your side means that we'd be killing all other new types, and I'm not down with that.
Yeah, maybe not. But as this happens, a huge explosion, like, blasts into the room, and, like, they get separated. Like, Amuro is separated, and then Char and Sayla are together now. They switch places, I guess, it's like a Freaky Friday. But
except not really, because they're in their own bodies.
And then and this is such a nice touch. It does like the little like episode break where it's like show, but it doesn't show Gundam in it where it normally shows Gundam because Gundam's dead.
My brain did not even register that.
It's like Gundam, no more Gundam. It's so sad.
No more Gundam.
I mean, we shouldn't be sad. It's a weapon of war. But also the robot is a real thing, so I'm sad about it.
It's also like Amuro's body, kind of, though, also, sort of.
That's true. Many are
so sad. I'm sad because Amuro's sad, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
he's
don't make me not sad, though.
You
don't make me not sad, though.
Seeing Char
face reveal.
Seeing his beautiful face.
He looks like a normal boy.
He's just a normal guy, but he's also, like, kind of handsome. He's just a guy, though.
Like, the commander that was with Kycilia is, like, dying, basically. And he he says, like, wow, you didn't have horrific burns under your mask after all. Anyway, see ya.
He's like, thanks for helping Kycelia, and Char's like, yep, I will help her. Wink. And then he turns to Sayla after the commander's dead and is like, yeah, I'm gonna kill Kycelia.
Mm-hmm.
He
has a rocket launcher there. It's great.
She's fucking done for. I'm gonna rocket launch her.
Oh my gosh, so he tells Sayla to, like, become a good woman, forget the war, young Amuro is calling you. And I'm just like, ah!
Yeah, I kind of yelled too. I was like, he can hear it. He's yelling. I'm yelling.
He figures it out. I'm gonna cry. Okay. Well, I'm not. I'm okay. Char grabs this rocket launch. Char grabs the Spartan laser from Halo. He floats into the docking bay. Kycelia is in a ship, ready to escape. She's like at the bridge of it. They're undocking. They're about to rocket away. Char floats up. Kycelia looks like, huh, hey there, kid. And he, like, does the little hand salute. And this line is so good because he says, Garma, here's a farewell present. I know you'll get along with your sister. Yeah. He blows Kycelia's head off with a laser.
He fucking he does what she did to her brother. Shot her in the head
on a slightly bigger scale because the laser does take her head off.
Yeah, it does take it off. It's a little different, slightly different. And then because of the blast, it makes the rest of the ship kind of like
blow
up and get attacked by other people too. And yeah,
the final zombie has fallen. And also maybe Char.
I have my doubts because
this is the thing. This is the last we see of Char at all. There's nothing conclusive whatsoever. I'm thinking about it, is all I'll say. I'm thinking about it,
and also because that little worm always fucking gets away.
Yeah. He's died like 4 times by now. Maybe he's like a Snoke clone from Star Wars.
He's one of those dudes that just avoid death.
He can probably. It's his choice.
I just feel like anyway. Well,
look, if I hunted down and destroyed my family's killers and their ship blew up with me in a docking bay, I would simply choose to survive it.
It's true.
Anyway, Zabi's dead. No more zombies. They're gone. Goodbye. Peace. Rest in peace. I'm pressing S.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
we'll save that for now.
Hey. So that was like a really cool, like, that's me yelling scene. This next scene is also that's me yelling in a completely different way.
Yeah.
You want to take this?
I don't know if I'm going to do it justice.
I feel like I accidentally end up giving you like all of the height, like the height of emotion scenes in these episodes.
I feel like I'm screaming the whole time, so hopefully I'm doing it justice. But anyway, I also get like really excited, so I probably would have tried to take it from you anyway. But anyway, so Amuro, who was calling out to Sayla, but anyway, Amuro, he's like in pain and stuff, but he gets to Gundam. He gets to the remains of Gundam. He finds it and he's like, this is my way out. And when he's like at Gundam, he's like, okay, he like taps into this like power that like Lala gave him, or like he like talks to Lala essentially.
Yeah.
And is like, what does he say? He's like, or what does she say? She says something like, I can talk to you whenever or something. I'm not sure. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He connects with, he like spreads out his like new type brain waves and like connects with all of White Base.
Well, and Lala turns to soup again in his mind, by the way. It's important to note.
Yes, she does turn to soup again. Fuck, she sure does, huh? And that soup helps him talk to the rest of White Base and be like, hey, you have to get out of here. White Base is going to explode. You need to leave White Base. All of you guys need to get out of here. And he talks to all of them, and he, like, not just Sayla and Mirai, who, like, was, like, new type confirmed, like, pretty much confirmed zappy zappy brain powers, but, like, everyone, including, like, Bright, who is like, what the fuck's a new type? And just, like...
I know!
And he also is like, my dearest Frau, get away.
My dear Frau, it's so good!
My dear Frau! And I'm like, my friend! My friend! And he's just like, all my friends get out of here, White Base is going to explode, use all the, like, launch things, to, whatever they're, like, the escape ships.
Yeah, they just call it, like, the launch. And, oh god. And they're all on the launch. They're all like, where's Amuro? and Bright tells Sayla, he's like, well, you were the last one to talk to him, so you gotta use your new type, like, you're the daughter of Zeon, you gotta, use your new type powers. And, like, Kai is in the background of this scene, and he hears that, and he makes, like, the funniest face. He does the Geometry Woman face after Bright says she's the daughter of Zeon, because he doesn't know that. He's like, what? Huh? What?
Wait, I didn't notice. How did I miss this? You gotta send me a picture later.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll send you it afterwards. It's so funny.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But, like, yeah. And then, okay, like, she's like, I don't know how, and she's crying, and everyone's, like, in tears. But then, like, the little kids...
Kika, Cats, and Let's coming through at the end!
Kika, Cats, and Let's, like, start, like, cheering and, like, are, like, happy, and they're like, what's gotten into you? And they're like, turn to the left, go to the left. They're, like, giving directions. They're giving directions to Amuro. Who comes out in his fighter ship, because Gundam might be gone, but the cockpit was intact, which is a ship. So he, like, got out, and he's alive, and he has White Base to fight for. He fights for his friends. I'm excited so much that I made a window pop up on my fucking computer. He's like, I do have someone to fight for, Lala. It's White Base, it's my friends.
It's so good. Like, there's so many new types now. And, like, in, like, the final, like, letting go of everything, he, like, just, like, dives out of the core fighter. Like, and just lets it drift off. He's like, nah, he doesn't need it anymore.
And he's caught by his friends.
And, like, yeah, I'm tearing up a little bit watching this the first time. And the final, like, the ending of Gundam is the year 0080. And, hey, peace treaty signed between the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon.
Y'all, I'm, like, tearing up right now. I didn't do this when I was by myself, but just talking about it again.
Yeah, talking about it again, it brings it back up.
I just am so pumped about their show, and it's over, but but it's not, because there's so much more to watch, and I'm just like, such a good show. I hope this is listenable later, but I'm just, like, so excited.
I'm so excited because, like Zeta is a direct sequel.
Yes,
it's in, like, the same
happy.
Timeline, same universe. What happens?
Which is funny, because I saw the, like, intro to Zeta and everything, because I just wanted to, and I saw them all grow up, so I knew that Amuro wasn't dead, but I still had this knot in my stomach. I was like, what? Where's Amuro? I know he's not dead, but he's where is he? And then he was there, and it was fine, and I'm happy.
It's so good. Yeah, it's... Oh my gosh. I think Zeta is in, like, the year... Yeah, Zeta's in the year, I think, like, 83? So it's, like, 4 years after...
They're all, like,
the
young adults.
Series. Oh, it's so good.
They're all young adults.
Gundam is so good. This is, like, the best show I've ever seen.
I'm ripping my shirt off, and it says underneath, I love Gundam. And then I'm ripping that shirt off, and underneath it says, I am Gundam.
Whoa! Confirmed!
Okay. And now I'm ripping my shirt off very slowly, and I'm like, my cat is meowing very loudly again. No, okay. So, I just... my notes were a fucking mess by this point, because I was just like, friendship. Friendship. Friendship is magic, is powerful. You just keep watching anime that have to do with friendship, because you also watch Yu-Gi-Oh! You fucking...
It's good. Good show.
Good show. Good shit. Okay, so how do I lead into this? Because I'm just so like hype from Gundam. Because I kind of have a segment. It was only like half planned because I was just so hype about Gundam, dude. I'm still thinking about it. But because I was like, well, this isn't my last episode, but it's my last episode where there's going to be like segments like this and stuff. So I was like, what if I talk about animatronics? Because those are robots in real life.
It's true. Confirmed.
And because there's like a bunch of people who are like really into like animatronics on like Tumblr and stuff. So I just found like a list of cool robots, and I was just gonna read a couple random ones for fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, animatronic-robots on Tumblr. I don't know. Did you get a chance to like look at it at all?
No, I wanted to go in blind to this. I just wanted to like hear what you're bringing.
Okay, because
and give you my raw commentary.
I'm just gonna get like random stuff, because like some of them are like some of the stuff in here is just like Furbies and stuff, which I have talked about on this before.
Furbies are robots.
But there is a fake Furby called a Baby Brainy.
What? That's what Amuro is.
He is a Baby Brainy. Oh, good lead-in. And they're like Furbies, but they have arms and legs, and they look kind of like bears with beaks. Like they still have that Furby beak. There's like a ton of Furby ripoffs that all start with B for some reason. But actually the first robot listed here is Asimo, which I assume is named after
That's
Asimov.
Yeah, I know what that one is. That's the that's Honda, isn't it? Or Toyota?
No, it doesn't say that it is. It says it's...
No, yeah, Asimo's made by Honda.
Asimo is, a little robot, humanoid robot designed to be a helper to people. It can run, dance, hop, kick a soccer ball, and it stands for Advanced Step in Innovative Mobility. Oh, it is Honda, you're right. I just didn't see that for some reason.
Yeah, it's the branding.
And there's like a bunch of robot dogs, and not just like, those.
You talking about Poochie?
Like Poochies and stuff, but also
talking about the eye dog?
Yeah. There's also like these AIBO.
Aibo. That's Japanese for partner. That's what Yuki calls Yami.
Oh, well, they're little partner doggies. They're little friends.
I do have a little thing to say about that, actually, because in Japan, those like cute little animatronic robots are way more popular there than they are here. And when the battery in the little robot dog helpers finally dies, like temples have begun like holding services for people to like bring their dogs there to like memorialize them, basically, because it's like losing a real dog for some people.
Oh,
like, isn't that incredible? That's so touching. It warms my heart that like people care for like a robot as much,
I wonder if they do it for like Roombas. Like, this is not like a joke, because Roombas are like little pets for some people. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, humans like to assign personality to things that aren't like humanoid, because it's just what we do, because our brains do that. I'm sure people have done that for Roombas. Yeah.
Yeah, people love assigning personality to things, and there's so many Furby fakes. Because there's this, like, Chila, which is, like, a little scary gremlin.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the beak, but it has the eyes. Cublets are magnetic blocks that you can snap together.
And then turns into robots?
I guess so.
Weird!
It has no programming and no wires, but they could still drive around on tabletop, respond to light, sound, and temperature, and have lifelike behavior.
Hey, me too, buddy.
Another Furby, Kubi. It's called Kubi.
Kubi? That's like almost Kirby.
I do love a Kirby. Oh, hell yeah. Chuck E. Cheese is on here.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Love to see him.
The last time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese was when I was managing a Taekwondo studio, and we drove the students there for like a sort of field trip day.
I wonder, did it have the animatron? Did it have one of the animatronics there?
It had the whole band, Morg.
Oh, hell yeah, it did. Now, some of them, like, I know a lot of people think animatronics are creepy. I would say a lot of people do, but I kind of find a lot of them very charming, just because they're so janky a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the last time I went to Disney World, it's been, like, forever, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
I remember the weirdest animatronics being the one on, like, the mountain, whatever.
Space Mountain?
No.
Magic Mountain.
No.
I don't know.
I don't remember. One of the mountains, I feel like it's based off a movie that they don't talk about anymore. But
I almost said Sugar Mountain Spring. That's a JoJo's thing.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. But yeah, so I wonder if there's any Disney ones on here. I would be surprised if there wasn't. But
Disney does animatronics. Disney's animatronics are like on a whole nother level, though. They are like obscenely lifelike. It's really amazing.
They're really, yeah, true. But that's why, like, some of the older ones probably do look a little weird to some people, because it's like there's like this uncanny valley-ness to it, but It's like, oh, it's too real. Oh wow, I'm looking at some of the Chuck E. Cheese's, and some of them just look like dudes in suits. Like, they're not.
They probably are.
No, well, some of them yes, but like this one is not. This is like an animatronic.
You don't know that.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Have you opened it up? Have you seen the inner workings?
Well, I think that maybe the plot to one of the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
It is. Yeah, where they try and well, that's like most of them, where it's like they've got to stuff you in the animatronic. Yeah. That's like the reason why they're trying to get you.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like they're like creepy enough for a lot of people that there's a whole horror thing about them. I am self-aware enough that like I understand, like the animatronics are like a little freaky, I guess, but I'm at the point where like I have absolutely no legs to stand on in saying that I don't get why people call them creepy, because I love Minions and Funko Pops. So like I cannot have a horse in this race. No, you sure can't.
I'm not valid. I'm owned.
It's okay. But that's partially why I wanted to talk about them, because I was like, well, you brought Minions to me, so what if I bring Minions back to you, kind of?
Like a boomerang. Cool. Shout out to animatronics.
Shout out to personal and public animatronics, I guess.
I am saluting. I don't like the term personal animatronic. That sounds sus to me.
I mean, that's kind of what a Furby is, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to think about it. Okay, well, as we're finally winding down, Morg, you want to tell us where we can find you on the internet?
No! Yeah.
Okay.
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can find me in most places there, but that's the one I use the most. You can also find me on my other podcast called The Sonic Shuffle. That's Shuffle Sonic on Twitter, where I learn about a new Sonic universe every week. Well, ideally, we keep randomizing the same one, so I keep learning about, like, Archie comics, but
it's cool.
Ideally, it's a new one. We haven't done the games yet, so cross your fingers we do those eventually.
Like, maybe. Well, I mean, I almost said the games are like the more normal parts of the Sonic universe, and I remembered that like there's a game where Shadow's in love with a human woman. So
there's a game where Sonic is also. So
Oh yeah, he did kiss Princess Elise, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see no difference. Love is love.
No.
You can find me on the internet at MaxyBajillion on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. You can find one of my shows, Pod of Greed, the world's #1 and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast sponsored by Kaiba Corp at twitter.com/Pod of Greedcast. And you can find my other show, Slappers Only, a show where me and my friend Jordan discuss video game music and find out what the best song of every game soundtrack is. Not every game soundtrack, but every game soundtrack we talk about. We decided that Heretic Hero is the best soundtrack in Halo 2 recently with our friend Matt GameCube, who also runs the Noise Space Network, which is a place you can get all your podcasts at noisepace.xyz. Check him out. Give him your patronage, podcasting, baby. And now you get to ask me. You get to ask me again.
Well, I did talk about robots for this whole time, but actually, do you have a robot for me, Max?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
Genesect is a dual-type bug steel mythical Pokemon introduced in Generation 5. While it is not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon, Genesect has 4 other forms, which are activated by inserting the drive into the cannon on its back. The drive is visibly different with its sprites depending on what drive it is holding. Genesect is a robot. Do not at me. It's not just a bug wearing armor. It is a prehistoric bug, maybe a Kabutops, impossible to say, maybe a Scyther. There's just no way to know. That Team Plasma took, well, Colress, really, not Team Plasma, because Colress is the only smart person in that organization. They took it,
Damn.
What?
Plasma's my team. Be nice.
And tell me one other member of the in-game Team Plasma that has more than one brain cell. You cannot.
I can't. No, they're all Plasma.
The sages, no. The trainers, no. Getsis, no. What's his face? The three, the Shadow Triad? No, N doesn't count. N was manipulated. He's not part of Team Plasma.
Yeah, you're right.
He rode away on a dragon and he's living his best life.
Yeah.
It's cool. Look, we need more bug legendaries. It's just, look, we have one of them. Giving the bug place to Arceus doesn't count. That's not a bug legendary. It's a normal legendary. I just want a bug and dragon type that's like a dragonfly, but an actual dragon. Kind of like Flygon. I don't know. Look, Bug World. It's when I fought Grant today. I brought Glycopod. I definitely accidentally switched into Glycopod one turn. I did not mean to, but I did it, and I thought something was wrong, but I just went with it, and I still won. So, in conclusion, Bug World, and also in conclusion, for, I guess, the final time for Mobile Suit Gundam 0079, the first Gundam series, in conclusion, in the immortal words of our ancestors, war is bad.
Wow! Cool robot.